Are you ready?
It's time for Adams Cable High School football. And today from Lakeland Stadium, the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns take on the Lakeland Chiefs in a Lackawanna Football Conference crossover matchup. All brought to you today by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing of Carbondale, by Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. By Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, your source for quality tires. Nick's Excavating and Paving. By NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, for experience, dependability, and 24-hour service. By your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts. Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center. Pioneer City Insurance at their new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. And the starting lineups for today's game are presented by the Roselle Department Store. Alongside Glenn Muskowski, I'm Steve Young. Great to have you on board for today's ball game as Wallenpaupack and Lakeland will go head-to-head here in week number 4 of high school football. For Lakeland, they are coming off of a big win over Susquehanna, a game that they dominated early and never looked back, 42-21. That was their 3rd win of the season. And the Buckhorns are coming off of a loss to Scranton Prep after the first 2 wins of the season. They lost to Prep by the score of 42-10. So here tonight, Glenn, the Lakeland Chiefs will be put to the test against a Wallenpaupack team that has a lot of size and power.
Yeah, they do. I think this is going to be Lakeland speed against Wallenpaupack's power and their ability to control the line of scrimmage, Steve. Wallenpaupack lost a tough game to Prep, but Prep is good. We all know that. And if Paupack played any kind of a game last week and did well, they would have sent a message to Lakeland pretty quick. Now, Lakeland had it pretty easy last week. In the first quarter, they did everything right, and that they got out to a big lead, and it was over. So I think it's going to be how the speed goes against the power.
Well, Wallenpaupack coasted in its first 2 games of the season with wins over Honesdale and West Scranton by scores of 41-6 and 49-0. But they were unable to contain Jordan Montgomery of Scranton Prep, who really had a career night, rushing for 97 yards and scored 4 touchdowns. He also added a 98-yard kickoff return. And some keys to the game here tonight, Glenn, for Wallenpaupack and Lakeland. Who will set the tone early in the contest?
Well, I think that's correct, Steve. I like Lakeland to set the tone early last week against Susquehanna, and the game was over early. But it's going to be a little bit different now. Can Lakeland grind it out a little bit? Can they change up a little bit with their offense? And can they stop the power of Wallenpaupack on defense? That's going to be key.
Well, you take a look at Wallenpaupack at 2 wins and 1 loss, Lakeland 3-0 overall as we go to a break here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Now's the time to unleash the internet. With Adams Cable Service, you get internet with speeds up to 120 megs. It's the speed you need that blows the doors off of DSL. Connect all of your devices, including iPads and other tablets, game consoles, smartphones, and computers. Upload and share photos and videos instantly. Stream HD movies in a flash and experience online gaming like never before. Call Adams Cable Service today at 1-888-222-0077 and get internet with speeds up to 120 megs.
Back here at Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young here. Great to have you with us tonight, as it's a beautiful night for football as we talked about it. Lakeland and Wallenpaupack.
Look, we're looking at a nice crowd here today. They're filing in, and you know this should be a gem. We have a good officiating crew. One of the officials is from Carbondale by Jim Miller, who took over for his father when his father passed away. And I tell you what, he does a nice job So we got like a whole home game going with the Lakeland Chiefs and the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns, who I don't know how often they played, but I don't know if there's any history with Lakeland playing Wallenpaupack. So, but tonight we'll see again. This should be a gem once we get it going.
We'll go to a quick break and return in just a moment here on Adams Cable High School Football. You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop in Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail. Back at Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young here for Week 4 of high school football, the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns and the Chiefs of Lakeland. Beautiful night for football, as we talked about it. Comfortable temperatures, a little bit of a wind, but not too bad, so we're just about set for this Week 4 matchup as the Buckhorns and the Chiefs will go head-to-head.
Tonight's game will be officiated by referee Jack Lewis.
Steve, we're coming out now. We're going to have the tossing of the coin, and we'll know who's going to get the ball and who's going to kick it away. So in a few minutes, we're ready to go.
Yeah, as the captains go out onto the football field for the start of today's game. Lakeland Wallenpaupack. This is going to be an interesting matchup as we talked about it. Wallenpaupack does have some speed, Glenn, in the backfield, and we'll touch on that in just a moment. Just waiting for the coin toss here at Lakeland Stadium. Yeah, tough to keep the papers here, Glenn. I need a paperweight. There we go. That will work. And now your starting lineups for today's game, presented by the Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where the contemporary styles in fall apparel are all on display. Pay a visit to Roselle Department Store for school clothing. All of your needs, including a full line of spirit wear for Carbondale area, Lakeland, Forest City, and Valley View. Are you attending a formal affair or a special event? Let the experience of Sam Kalura work for you with a perfectly tailored tuxedo by Sarno & Son. Visit Roselle for professional laundry and dry cleaning services. Sam and the great staff at Roselle Department Store are proud to present your starting lineups for today's game after our national anthem. And with the national anthem, we are just about set for the kickoff. And now your starting lineups today, brought to you by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. And for the Chiefs of Lakeland, at tight end, Lakota Dupree, he's a junior. At split end, John Siemens, a junior, who has 10 receptions and 225 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. At left tackle, it's Adam Wormuth. Right tackle is Mason Ormsby, a senior. Thomas Arthur at left guard, he's a senior. Thomas Scalzo will be at right guard, a sophomore. John Klaus Walton will line up at center. Dominic Spataro will line up at quarterback. He's a 5'9", 175-pound junior. He leads Division III in passing. Kevin Snyder at fullback, a junior. And at tailback, Jaron Bullock. He is a senior at 5'10", 200 pounds. And at flanker, it's Nick Mancuso, 5'11", 170 pounds, and a senior. Defensively for Wallenpaupack, brought to you today by Roselle Department Store, sophomore Jordan Santiago is at left end. Jason Reels is at right end. Carlo Carroza is at left tackle, a senior. San Felipe is at nose guard, a junior. Jake LaBelle, the sophomore, is at right tackle. Antonio Ianetta and Nick Borer are at linebacker. Chris Quigley at left corner, along with Andrew Magistro. And Justin Stella and TJ Smallsley are the safeties. So here we go with high school football. Roman Levant lines it up for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns in their all-white uniforms. And here is the kickoff, and week number 4 of high school football is underway, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback.
It didn't even hit in the end zone.
Right out of the end zone.
Something for high school.
Yeah, that definitely is, Glenn. The football will come out to the 20-yard line.
Won't hesitate to line up for field goals tonight. Yeah. So the Chiefs are going to come out in the spread at the 20-yard line, ball set in the middle of the field.
So for Lakeland, they will have the first possession of the football game as we...
Two speedsters right in front of us, Steve.
No doubt about that, as all the wide receivers will move to the near side. Spataro dumps it off near side. Pass is complete to Dupree across the 23.
Wow.
Up at the 25, and he's gang tackled and run out of bounds at the 26
What a run
line.
after the catch for Dupree. Strong.
Barrel full of buckhorns to bring him down there.
So for Lakeland, they open up with the pass play very quickly as we try to multitask here tonight, folks. Got some issues going on as we're working them out right now. And we're going to have our associate here, Joe Ross. I'm going to try to talk him through this as we do the game. There is a handoff, and that is Mancuso out across the 40-yard line for a Lakeland first down. Well, that was just some good up-front blocking by the Lakeland offensive line, and it results in a first down for the Chiefs.
Very good run by Mancuso. He was going full tilt on his second step.
First and 10 from the 39. And Dupree coming to the sideline. Looks like he's got an equipment problem. And replacing him for the Chiefs is number 4, Evan Pochis, at the tight end spot.
So right now, Lakeland will try to sort things out as Lakota Dupree, the junior tight end, will trot in with the play from the near side, and they might have to burn a timeout here, Glenn, with just less than a minute gone by.
I think it's an equipment problem there, and I don't think they wanted to take Dupree out of the game.
So we are going to go to a break and return with more Adams Cable High School football after this timeout.
Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium, where the Chiefs have picked up a first down, and they have the football at the 39-yard line. And Spataro will hand it off to Mancuso. Mancuso sheds a tackler, turns it upfield, and Mancuso is dropped after about a 9-yard gain out near the 49-yard line of Lakeland. Well, they're utilizing Mancuso out of the backfield. I don't know if they are really going to be able to get that passing game going the way they did last week, Glenn.
Well, I think they're mixing it up pretty well, starting off with Mancuso, because he's at full speed, Steve, on his second step.
New set of downs for Lakeland as they will operate from the 49-yard line. And the Chiefs will hand off Bullock, and Bullock is hemmed in and dropped for a loss at the 47-yard line. Good defensive work by Wallenpaupack. They have the #1 defense in Division III. And keys to the game for this defense of Wallenpaupack, they must put pressure on Spataro when he's throwing the football and make him uncomfortable in the pocket. And they have to be physical on the line of scrimmage, and they've got the size to do that. We'll talk about that coming up. Second down and about 12 for the Chiefs. Siemens in motion. Football is loose. Spataro goes down inside the 30-yard line for a huge loss on the play.
Loss of 20.
So they had something going, but bad snap from center, and now Lakeland will face third down and about 30 yards to go.
It's amazing how one play can just kill a drive.
Yeah, that will do it, definitely. So now Lakeland with third down and long yardage as Spataro drops back. He's got time, firing downfield. There is Seaman. It's intercepted, picked off by the Wallenpaupack defense. And Wallenpaupack has the football, and TJ Smallsley and the free safety picked it off for Wallenpaupack, and that is a big defensive play by the #1 defense in Division III. And now the offense of Wallenpaupack will take over deep in Lakeland territory with a first down.
So the Buckhorns first and 10 at 20.
So Lakeland turns over the football, and Wallenpaupack now has it in excellent field position at the Lakeland 25, first down and 10. We're nearing the 9-minute mark remaining in quarter number 1 on the call ball scoreboard, and we are scoreless. Levant will take the snap, bad snap from center there, and Brett Levant, the senior quarterback, leading passer in Division I. He has completed of 18 of 29 for 355 yards and 5 touchdowns. First season at quarterback for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns.
But it looks like we have a little jitters on both teams early, Steve. I'm sure this will be taken care of shortly, and this could be a gem.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up second down and 11 from the 26 of Lakeland. Levant. Long count. Handoff will go to Ajayi, and Ajayi is drilled at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there wasn't a person that touched him. Dupree met him as he caught the football.
Shadrach Ajayi, the tailback, 5'10", 185 pounds. He's a senior.
Well, for Ajayi, welcome to Lakeland football.
He has he's a breakaway threat, very explosive if you get him in the open field. Second in rushing in Division I. He has scored 6 touchdowns this year and a total of 36 points. As Levant will take the snap, drops back, sees an opening. There he goes, and he will take it across the 25 to about the 23-yard line.
Well defense for the Chiefs. 58 Luke Smurl on the stop. So, John, you got the kicker. You got to use him here.
Well, if he can kick the opening kickoff through the end zone, over the end zone, well, this will be a 40-yarder.
So we've got a 40-yard field goal here for number 17, Roman.
Thank you, Joe. This is going to be a field goal attempt, and this is up, and it is no good. Well, for Wallenpaupack, they try the field goal attempt, and it's off the mark. And with 7:24 remaining in the first quarter on the call ball scoreboard, we are scoreless here at Lakeland on Adams Cable High School Football.
Probably have to feel a little bit good about themselves because.
Well, Steve, Lakeland came up big when they had to with the defense. That after the interception, they played some solid defense, and I don't know how close. I don't know how close that field goal was, but it didn't look too bad from here. It must have been just wide left or something, because he looked like he had the distance.
We'll go to a break and be right back.
When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablanowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service and name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
We are back at Lakeland Stadium where the Chiefs have the football and Spataro will keep it. Turning it around the far side of the field across the 30 and out near the 34-yard line. A nice run by quarterback Dominic Spataro of Lakeland.
I'll tell you, a nice fake to the running back that time, and he was wide open to run right around that left end. One person to beat.
Well, Glenn, we had a technical difficulty with the laptop here. Folks, you could, trying to shut this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this laptop to Joe Ross, and he is going to X everything out and shut it down as we get back underway. And Siemens will have the football coming around the near side. Siemens is across the 40 and a lot of traffic, and then gang tackled near the 42.
There were seven Wallenpaupack defenders chasing Siemens that time, but he picked up 9.5 yards. Great run.
Yep. So it's going to be.
We'll do a little housekeeping here and move the new technology that we just installed here. And now I think we have things a little bit more under control here, Glenn. That's called multitasking.
For sure.
There's a toss to Mancuso, and this play is caught at the line of scrimmage by the defense of Wallenpaupack. Wallenpaupack has allowed only 48 points this year through 3 games. They give up only 16 a ball game, and they have a lot of size on that defensive line. They average about 258 pounds.
2nd and 10 for the Chiefs.
The nose guard, San Philippe, is 6'2" and 370 pounds for Wallenpaupack. Second down play, 2nd and 10, and Spataro will keep, goes up the field. There he goes. He's got the first down and much more, weaving his way through the defense of Wallenpaupack. Ball is on the ground, and Wallenpaupack has recovered at the 34-yard line.
Guess who it is, John?
10.
Smallsville again.
So some good defense by the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns, and it results in a turnover.
Another turnover, fumble after a 25-yard gain.
T.J. Smallsley came up to make the initial hit. The ball was out. Wallenpaupack recovers, and they will take over. Well, Lakeland had a good drive going, but this defense of Wallenpaupack, it's #1 in Division III, as we talked about it. And that was just a well-executed play, knocking the ball out, and now the Buckhorns will take over with the football on their own 33-yard line and a first down. And Levant will keep it. He will try to turn the corner.
Fumble.
He loses the football. It's picked up by Lakeland and Siemens. Siemens comes up with the loose football inside the 25-yard line. Boy, you talk about a very exciting first couple of minutes of football here at Lakeland Stadium. We've had just about everything. With 5:16 remaining here in the first, we are scoreless on the Call Spall scoreboard. And now Lakeland, off the turnover, will bring its offense onto the field.
First and 10 Chiefs.
Lakeland will go to work with a first down, and the football spotted at the 22-yard line of Wallenpaupack. We'll see if Lakeland can capitalize on the turnover. Spataro hands it off. Mancuso looking for running room. Caught, hemmed in, nowhere to go, and then taken down on the play by T.J. Smallsley. And a player's down for Wallenpaupack near the line of scrimmage. That will be a cause of concern for head coach Mark Watson in his 16th season. And we will go to a quick break and come right back with more high school football here in just a moment.
Mix Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Mix Excavating and Paving Carbondale. What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Well,
You look like Jacob Gonzalez, 53.
Yeah, they're going to walk it out. Some kind of procedure.
so a procedure penalty now against Lakeland. That will move the football back to the 26-yard line and bring up second down and 14. Big opportunity right here for the Chiefs, as Spataro will work out of the shotgun. Spataro with good protection fires the pass. It is complete to Siemens, and he is inside the 20, run out of bounds near the 17-yard line.
Brought down by
Big
Stella.
third down play here with the ball set at the 16. It's going to be third and about 3.
Well, I look at Joe Ross, who's here from Adams Cable, and what we had to do, folks, in the beginning of the ball game, had a little bit of computer problems here, but we do have a backup computer, and we got everything going. Joe loaded everything into the computer, but we had a 50-50 chance on plugging this in. It was either one or the other, and I got the wrong one. So now Spataro will keep the football. He's going to try to turn it around the left side, heading for the end zone. There he goes, and he is taken down inside the 5-yard line. So the speed of Lakeland pays dividends right there. And Glenn, right now, Lakeland, this offensive line is giving Spataro a lot of protection.
Well, he's able to get on the outside, and he's making a living out of it.
Lakeland has the football, first down and goal from the 3 in a scoreless contest as we near 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter on the call ball scoreboard. It is Spataro up under center, and he will hand it off, and Mancuso bangs into the end zone for the touchdown, and Lakeland has a 6-0 advantage. Well, Lakeland capitalizes on the turnover, and they lead it 6-0. And kind of a crazy first quarter here at Lakeland Stadium for both ball clubs. And now the Chiefs will try for the extra point. And Lakota Dupree is on for the point after touchdown out of the hold of Spataro. As we have 3:53 remaining in quarter number 1. And Dupree, a low snap, and Dupree's kick just goes over the crossbar, and it's good. Lakeland up 7-0 with just under 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter here on Adams Cable High School Football. Your local Napa dealer, Carbondale Auto Parts, has been serving the area for over 38 years with quality automotive replacement parts, tools, and accessories. Experience the Napa know-how difference with great service you've come to know and trust from the staff at Carbondale Auto Parts. Your Napa know-how folks.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski. Steve Young with you. Great to have you on board as Lakeland has taken a 7-0 lead over Wallenpaupack with just under 4 minutes remaining here in first quarter action on the Call Spall scoreboard. Now the kickoff by Spataro of Lakeland. And from the 20-yard line, this will be Schmalzley around the far side, up across the 40. He is near midfield. He's still on his feet. Tough to bring down. And then I believe he stepped out of bounds on the far side of the field. We'll check the spot. It's at the 43-yard line. Boy, he has great speed. He has scored 30 points this year for Wallenpaupack. So right now, the Wallenpaupack offense comes onto the field. They are averaging 33 points a ball game, and they have to try to get on track here against Lakeland.
I'll tell you, he stepped out of bounds, so he only had one guy to beat, and Lakeland was lucky he didn't take the distance.
From the Lakeland 43, first down and 10 for the Buckhorns of Wallenpaupack. Levant with a flag on the play.
It's the receiver here closest to the left.
So we'll
Smallsy
on the near side has a word with the official as the flag came out, and that will be a penalty. So it will move the football back to the 48-yard line of Lakeland and bring up first down and 15. Next week, Lakeland will travel to Carbondale for the rivalry game, and we will have that for you here on Adams Cable Channel 107. So here we go with Wallenpaupack facing first down and 10. First and 15, I should say, as Levant rolls out, fires downfield. He has Schmalzley, and it's incomplete. Coverage by Siemens in the secondary and Mancuso.
Great coverage by the Chiefs, but Smallsy, he had his cover beat. You were right. He does have speed himself, Steve.
Yes, he does. Wallenpaupack has speed. Ajayi out of the tailback spot. He's very quick. Schmalzley has speed, but they just haven't been able to put it all together in this first quarter against the Chiefs. The incompletion stops the clock with 3:36 remaining here in the first, and bring up second down and 15 from the Lakeland 48. Levant with a long count, and he will hand it off. It's Ajayi, and Ajayi coming to the near side across the 40, and he's run out of bounds in front of the Lakeland bench.
Ajayi with a good, tough run.
Well, Ajayi, second in rushing in Division I, has scored 6 touchdowns and another penalty. So it usually happens, Glenn, when you have a sizable run with a lot of yardage. It usually comes back because of a penalty, and that will be the case right here.
How would you have liked to been the interior lineman of the New York Giants last night, who moved into the neutral zone with no time on the clock? The guy from Washington missed the field goal and got another chance, and they beat him with a field goal with no time on the clock.
Tough way to lose a football game, definitely. With the penalty, it is now second down and 19 from the Wallenpaupack 48 as the Buckhorns trail the Chiefs 7-0. Levant out of the gun, back to throw. Levant looking, steps upfield, fires the pass. It's complete to Schmalzley. Schmalzley spins across the 30, still on his feet, dragging people with him, and that is good for a first down. He took Kevin Snyder along for the ride around the 25-yard line. So right now, Wallenpaupack is beginning to get untracked. They're deep in Lakeland territory with a new set of downs at the 23-yard line as they break the huddle. Now this time, Brett Levant will come up under center. Levant will take the snap, and he will hand it off to Ajayi. Ajayi turns it upfield inside the 20-yard line. Nice run as he went behind the blocking of Mike Fitzgerald and Justin Kowalik on that right side of Wallenpaupack. They average about 271 pounds across the line of scrimmage. Ben Ostrowski, the sophomore, is 250 pounds. Mike Fitzgerald is 295 at right guard. Justin Kowalik is 290 pounds at right tackle.
Wow.
So they've got size, and they could move on that offensive line also. 2nd and 5, Wallenpaupack from the Lakeland 18 with under 2 minutes to play here in quarter number 1, and the Chiefs up 7-0. And Ajayi will take the handoff and barrel forward to about the 12-yard line of Lakeland. New set of downs coming up now for the Buckhorns. Now, kind of figured it would take Wallenpaupack maybe a little while to get on track after that slow start, but this is a pretty good offense. You can't go by that loss to Prep, because in their first 2 ball games, Glenn, they won over Honesdale 41-6 and over West Scranton 49-0. So they could put points on the scoreboard if they get that offense really running smoothly. First down from the 12-yard line, and Ajayi takes the handoff. He's inside the 5, still driving, caught near the 3-yard line. So good blocking up front by that Wallenpaupack offensive line, and they continue to pound the football. Now you take a look at the size of Wallenpaupack. They're running the football, and will they wear down Lakeland at some point?
Well, that'll be a key.
The Buckhorns now facing 2nd down and 1 from the 3-yard line of Lakeland as they approach the line of scrimmage. And Levant under center, surveying the Lakeland defense. And Levant will hand it off to Ajayi, and Ajayi drives forward, but he's stacked up by the Lakeland defense. Big defensive stand right there by Lakeland. On that left side, Mason Ormsby, the left tackle, he's 5'10", 265 pounds, kind of blocked things up near the goal line, and it is a first down and goal for Lakeland from the 1. Wallenpaupack here with a very methodical drive as they were moving down the field, and now there will be a timeout called by the Buckhorns.
No, that's the end of the quarter.
The end of the first quarter. Yep. With your score, Lakeland 7 and Wallenpaupack nothing, as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Football.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now uses 7 wireless devices a day, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 120 megabits per second internet from Adams Cable Service. It's a speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium, where the Chiefs have a 7-0 lead over the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns at the end of 1 quarter of play. So, Glenn, Wallenpaupack here knocking on the door with a big opportunity. And we'll see how things play out as they have the football, first down and goal from the 1-yard line.
Lakeland has to dig in now, but let's see how this powerful offensive line works for Paupack here. Look, could be a keeper.
Levant up under center, taking a long count. He'll keep it, and he lunges forward for the 1-yard touchdown. And the Buckhorns are on the scoreboard in the opening moments of quarter number 2, and they now trail by the score of 7-6. Well, good drive by the Wallenpaupack offense, and you knew it was only a matter of time because they have a pretty good football team right there, and moved it down the field and did a good job, and now we have ourselves a a real dandy cooking here at Lakeland Stadium as Roman Levent is on for the point after touchdown. And we are deadlocked at 7. Lakeland and Wallenpaupack here on Adams Cable High School Football.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. Pioneer City Insurance is now open at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. Independently owned and operated, Pioneer City Insurance offers personal insurance for auto, home, life, and commercial lines for businesses. Jennifer Crisan Allen is there for you 7 days a week on Facebook, online at pioneercityinsurance.com, or call 570-282-2801 for Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield.
Well, here we go in a 7-7 deadlock. Lakeland and Wallenpaupack. Siemens will field this football inside the 5-yard line. He's in some trouble. He turns it upfield and then takes it across the 10 to the 12-yard line, and that's where Lakeland will go to work offensively. First down and 10.
Good special teams coverage by the Paupack Buckhorns.
So in a 7-7 deadlock in the opening moments of quarter number 2 on the Call Spall scoreboard here at Lakeland Stadium, the Chiefs will bring its offense back out onto the football field with a first down and 10 as they go to work from their own 12-yard line.
Let's see how Lakeland can bounce back from that methodical drive by Wallenpaupack.
And Dominic Spatero will give it up, and they'll try to run the football, but there's not too much there. Maybe just a couple of yards to the 15-yard line as Jaron Bullock got the call. Coming into this game, had 103 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Second down play coming up for Lakeland. Second down and 7. And Spatero out of the gun, looking near side. He's got Dupree at the 22-yard line. Dupree falls forward for a Lakeland first down near the 26-yard line. Good coverage by Wallenpaupack, but boy, Dupree at 6'3" and 230. He gets his momentum moving forward, and it's tough to bring him down. New set of downs for Lakeland from the 26-yard line. And Spatero will work out of the gun once again and survey the Buckhorn defense. Spatero handing it off, and they'll try the running game once again. Short gain.
Looks like, was it Mancuso? Nope.
No, that was Bullock getting the carry, the tailback. Short gain of a couple of yards, and will result in second down for the Chiefs from the 26-yard line. We're tied at 7 as we near the 10-minute mark. Remaining in first half action on this beautiful September evening at Lakeland Stadium. Great to have you on board here on Adams Cable Channel 107. Spatero near side, passes complete to Snyder as he is run out of bounds in front of the Lakeland bench near the 36-yard line.
Just enough. First and 10 for the Chiefs.
First down, Lakeland.
Dave Pawarczyk, head coach of Lakeland in his third season, with a record of 12 wins and 7 losses.
This is what Lakeland needs, Steve. A nice, slow drive down the field, run some clock, and get some change the position of the field.
Couple of wide receivers on the near side for the Chiefs as Spataro will work out of the shotgun. And Spataro fakes the handoff, keeps, turns it upfield, far side. He's got the first down, makes a cut near midfield, picks up an additional 4 yards on the play to the 46-yard line of Wallenpaupack. Nice move by Dominic Spataro out near midfield. And for Lakeland, they are now in Buckhorn territory. And play calling by Lakeland very good here tonight. They actually have Wallenpaupack on its heels, Glenn.
Yeah, their running game is really coming into play this week. And if they can get that going along with the ability for them to go for Spataro to pass the ball to all those wideouts, this could be a good thing for Lakeland for the next couple of games.
First down and 10 from the Buckhorn 47 as Spataro will call out the signals. This time he'll come near side with blocking. Spataro turns it upfield across the 40 and run out of bounds near the 31-yard line. Right at the 30. That's the spot of the football. So Lakeland really throwing everything at Wallenpaupack here tonight. They're going left up the middle, passing, and trying to keep this Buckhorn offense off balance, and they've done a good job thus far in the first half.
They certainly have, and Spataro with 2 19-yard runs back-to-back certainly switches the field, doesn't it?
In a 7-7 deadlock, Lakeland and Wallenpaupack with 8:40 to play in the first half. Lakeland goes to work with a new set of downs from the Buckhorn 30. Spataro, here's the pass, and that pass is complete to Dupree.
John, there's weapons everywhere right now.
So if you're the defense, boy, you really have to be on your toes against this Lakeland offense because they can come at you, Glenn, so many different ways.
Yeah, there's so many options out there.
You've got Mancuso, Siemens, Dupree as receivers, and
Snyder.
Yes, Snyder's another
and Spataro
sure-handed receiver.
Himself. Mancuso and running, and Bullock. They have tons of stuff here going.
Second down and 5, and there's Siemens with the football. He tries to turn the corner and then is dropped on the play. Some good defense by the Buckhorns as they contained him as he tried to turn the corner on the far side of the field.
Secondary out of bounds, so we'll see. It's going to be
that was Jordan Santiago who cut through the line and knocked Siemens back.
Yeah, that was a good play. He came up from his left defensive end position to shut it down.
Now Santiago dropped Siemens for a
so
yard loss.
Now with second down coming up, the officials are talking things over.
And we've got a personal foul.
There's the call, and that will go against Lakeland. That's a personal foul, and
it was Mancuso down there, John, who was involved with a couple of the Buckhorns.
So it will be marked off by the official now. Here it is. It's coming back, and it's a big one all the way to. Spot will be at about the 42-yard line.
15 yard?
Yes. And Glenn, coming into this ball game, some of the keys to this game we talked about who would set the tempo for the ball game, but one of the things we did not touch on, Lakeland must minimize turnovers and penalties. And last week, they were penalized 12 times for 102 yards. They have to clean that up because if you get into a very close ball game, which they're in right now, it could be disastrous as Spataro fires downfield. This pass is incomplete. Snyder had it, could not hang on to it.
Wow.
So it's going to bring up now fourth down, and 22 yards to go.
Steve, he put that on the money.
Lakeland fans not happy with that call.
So it's 4th down and 22 from the 42. Coach Bavarchik
the football will be spotted at the 42-yard line. 8:16 remaining here in the first half. We're tied at 7. Lakeland and Wallenpaupack on the Call Spall scoreboard.
So we've got number 12.
Now the official will come over to the near side. And we're just about, are we ready to go? And
look like
there's a whistle.
I think there's a little confusion in the Lakeland team here.
Yes, we do. We have.
Everything goes in through hand signals. But it's 4th and
So it's 4th down and 22 yards to go, and Lakeland will go for it. As Patero will work out of the gun and back to throw. He's at midfield. A flag is down on the play. Patero turns it up. He's looking for that first down, and he is going to be denied as he is dropped inside the 25-yard line.
Penalty right in the middle of the field, Steve.
Yeah, that came out early, Glenn, so we'll see what will happen here as the officials will talk it over. Holding against Lakeland.
Yeah, holding against Lakeland. So that's...
Well, last week they had all of those penalties, but fortunately they were in cruise control against Susquehanna. And here in a 7-7 ball game, this is going to set them back even more. It was 4th down and long. They turn it over on downs, and now the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns will have the football at the 25-yard line.
Good call on the coach, on Wallenpaupack's coach.
Coach Len Muskoski here in the booth with us said that was he liked that. Take the football. Don't give them another opportunity. He and Steve Young down here calling the action.
Oh, thank you very much, guys.
They have nice monitors, John. We need monitors.
Yeah. I love those guys. They're the best. From the 25-yard line, it will be the Buckhorns in a 7-7 tie, taking over possession of the football as we near 8 minutes remaining in the first half. And now coming to the near side for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns, they will have Schmalzley along with Tyler Capshaw as wide receivers, as Levant will work out of the shotgun. And Levant will hand it off, and Ajayi will carry the football across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Well, and Ajayi really hasn't had the opportunity, Glenn, to get untracked here tonight.
He's
he picked up about 7 on that play, but usually he is a breakaway threat, and we have not seen that yet thus far against the Lakeland defense.
Lakeland is really keying on him, I think, Steve, because he is quick. They are moving with the ball and moving as he gets the ball and try to gang tackle him.
As Levant up under center on 2nd down, and they will hand it off to Ajayi, and he is stacked up, nowhere to go. Boy, a host of blue shirts. I mean, they hold a team meeting on him at the 28-yard line. So
pickup of that was probably a pickup of 1.
Yeah, the forward progress marked right around the 33-yard line. Not much there, if anything. So with under 7 minutes to play in the first half, it is going to bring up a key play right here. 3rd down, 3rd and about 2 for the Buckhorn offense. As we talked about it, they've been putting up big numbers this year, averaging 33 a ball game thus far, but here they're in a battle in a 7-7 tie with the Chiefs, as Levant will hand it off, and this is Ajayi, and Ajayi is caught by the Lakeland defense at the 30-yard line. Shut down.
Who was that, Bullock? Bullock, first guy to get in there.
Good job by Lakeland. And it's 4th down. The punting unit will come on for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns. Roman Levant will drop back in punt formation. And as you can see on your screen, number 2 right there. Number 2.
Snyder and Mancuso back deep.
You want to keep it away from number 2, definitely, because he's a breakaway threat. Nick Mancuso. And Levant will punt it away. This is a good punt.
That was Levant who kicked it.
And they will let it roll. And Lakeland will pick it up, and boy, that could have spelled disaster for Lakeland
without question.
I mean, you let that go. John Siemens, a junior, picked it up, and
that's a good punt by Levant.
Did a good job to get that up there in the jet stream. And Lakeland tied at 7 with Wallenpaupack takes over possession of the football First down and 10 at its own 39-yard line with 5:35 remaining in the first half on the Call Spall scoreboard. Great to have you with us tonight here on Adams Cable, Channel 107. Now, there's a lot of other games going on tonight, Glenn. Some are postponed due to COVID concerns, and we'll take a look at the games going on tonight in just a moment. As Dominic Spataro will operate out of the gun, Siemens in motion, and Spataro will keep, and this time he's caught by the defense of Wallenpaupack.
Big number 74,
San Felipe came up to make the tackle right there at the 39-yard line at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play for Lakeland. Tonight, games going on. Scranton and Valley View are playing at John Hens's Veterans Memorial Stadium. Abington Heights at Valley West, Tunkhannock at North Pocono, Honesdale at Riverside, West Scranton and Mid-Valley, Western Wayne plays at Crestwood, Carbondale at Hanover area, Montrose at Holy Redeemer, Lackawanna Trail at Susquehanna tomorrow, Wilkes-Barre area plays at Delaware Valley. Spataro takes the snap, goes the other way. Siemens falls forward for a couple of yards on the play after the reception.
Excuse me, that's Snyder, number 11.
So Kevin Snyder, let's make that correction. Siemens caught that pass. He is a 6', 175-pound senior. 3 touchdown catches on the season.
Wow.
Another penalty against Lakeland. And it's a hold, and it's going to push Lakeland back to the 30-yard line and bring up second down and long yardage.
Lakeland last week had 10 penalties for 101 yards against.
And they call a timeout, and we will go to a break and return with more high school football as we are tied at 7. Lakeland and Wallenpaupack on Adams Cable High School Football.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall. Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young. Second down and 19 for the Chiefs as they will go to work from their own 30-yard line in a 7-7 ball game with 4:38 remaining in the first half here at Lakeland Stadium. Look at that, Glenn. 5 receivers on the near side as Spataro will roll to the near side, and this pass is batted away by the defense of Wallenpaupack.
I think he was trying to hit.
Well, one of the Buckhorn linebackers got a hand up and deflected the pass, and
that plus I'm not so sure that he was looking for Mancuso. He might have been looking for the receiver behind him because that seemed to be an awful high throw.
19 for the Chiefs. So we've got
third down coming up for Lakeland.
And Mancuso this way.
Third down and 19. Play clock winding down. It's at 5 seconds. As Spataro will get ready to take the snap. And the play clock actually ran out, no penalty. And boy, that could have been picked off. Boy, a couple of defenders from Wallenpaupack had a shot at it. Nick Borer, the freshman linebacker, could have picked that off. That was right in his wheelhouse.
I think he threw that a little too quick. I don't know. I think he had a little bit more time to throw that ball. He stepped right up, but
Kovarchik's body language, John. He is hot right now.
So the punting unit will come on for the Chiefs. Lakota Dupree will drop back. And for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns,
7, I think, Justin Stella, who is deep for the Buckhorns.
Justin Stella back. Dupree gets away a good punt. And Stella calls for a fair catch at the 36-yard line. And the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns have pretty good field position as they will start this drive. First down and 10 from their own 35-yard line, tied at 7 with the Chiefs of Lakeland. Well, Glenn, a lot of things going on. High school football, college football, baseball season winding down very quickly. Only about probably 12 or 14 games
not too
remaining.
many, Steve. And nothing settled yet for those wild cards, so they're going to be interesting.
So it's an exciting time of the year if you're a sports fan. Tyler Capsule is a wideout on the near side for the Buckhorns of Wallenpaupack, operating from their own 35 with a first down.
Tyler Capsule, the senior, was right.
Brett Levant with a long count, and it will be Ajayi taking the handoff, and he goes up the middle, up the gut of the Lakeland defense for a couple of yards. Yeah, the wind is definitely picked up here at Lakeland Stadium. No surprise there. Glenn, I think Lakeland is where the wind begins. I really do.
You probably get the wind up here in Lakeland from, I think it comes from Binghamton, I swear.
It starts somewhere up north, and it just runs right through here. Earlier, it was beautiful. But boy, you could feel that the wind has definitely picked up. Capsule and Quigley, wideouts on the near side for the Buckhorns. Levant will take the snap. Back he goes, and he steps up in the pocket, and he's sacked on the play. Good defense by Lakeland, and coming up to make the tackle, Mason Ormsby, the left tackle of the Lakeland defense. Now Ormsby at 5'10 and 265 got to Levant as the pocket collapsed. It's third down and long for the Buckhorns. Yeah, we kind of figured it was going to be this kind of a game, Glenn. A real dandy, and it's
kind of evened out. Lakeland's killing themselves with penalties again, and Paupack really, except for the one drive, Lakeland has put a stop to their offense.
On third down and 11, Levant back to throw. The pass is complete, but Ajayi is caught immediately and coming up for the Chiefs. That's a big, big defensive play right there for Lakeland.
Claus Walton.
That play was well diagnosed. Loss of 2. It's going to be
Lakeland had it well defended. And on fourth down, Wallenpaupack will have to punt the football. Snyder and Mancuso are back for Lakeland. That's a combination that could do a lot of damage. Roman Levant, 5'9", 165-pound junior, will punt the football as we near 2 minutes remaining in a 7-7 ball game. Well, Wallenpaupack doesn't look like they're in any kind of a hurry to snap the football, and they are going to take a timeout. With 1:59 remaining in the first half, we're tied at 7. Lakeland and Wallenpaupack on Adams Cable High School Football.
When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablonowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service in name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Mix Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Mix Excavating and Paving Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium. It is 4th down and 13 for Wallenpaupack as the punting unit will come on. Roman Levent will boot it away. Mancuso and Snyder await the punt. This is a pretty good one, a wobbly punt. It will bounce at the 46. It gets a Wallenpaupack roll to the 42. And Lakeland will have the football with plenty of time on the clock. 1:49 remaining in the first half. And we're tied at 7 on the Call Spall scoreboard.
Let's see if Lakeland opens it up and tries to get one before the half.
Well, we'll see what head coach Dave Pawarczyk will dial up right here in this situation. Now, Wallenpaupack has no timeouts left. I think Lakeland will have one. So now Dominic Spataro will survey the Wallenpaupack defense. And here we go. Snyder goes in motion. And Spataro back to throw. He's going to air it out.
One-on-one.
He's looking for Siemens, overthrows him at the 20-yard line. That was just good coverage in the secondary by Chris Quigley, the left corner. He's a senior at 6'2" and 155 pounds.
Well, Siemens ran right by him, and if that ball was just a little bit overthrown. Good arm on Spataro. And he doesn't seem to panic back there at all.
Well, that's the sign of a veteran right there. Now Lakeland will come up to the line of scrimmage quickly on 2nd down and 10. As Spataro once again will drop back and the pocket collapses. He turns it upfield with a flag down, hits the deck after a short gain on the play. So, Glenn, right now for the penalty on the play as the officials will talk it over, but this is going to be called. Let's check this.
That looks like that's in the area of holding again.
Here we go. Boy, penalties are killing Lakeland right now in this football game. 10-yard penalty will move the football to the 31-yard line and bring up 2nd down and a country mile for the Chiefs. 2nd down and 22 yards to go as Spataro will once again work out of the shotgun. And Spataro will keep the football and come near side, tries to turn it upfield and squirts across the 35-yard line. So with the clock running in a 7-7 deadlock, Lakeland right now facing 3rd down and long. They would just love to pick up another 1st down right here.
Yeah, you don't want to give the ball back to Wallenpaupack at all.
Right now, players trying to get organized on that offensive line for Lakeland. And now Spataro, with 12 seconds on the play clock, will drop back in the gun. And we have under 1 minute remaining in first half action. And Mancuso, they lost. Spataro will keep the football, fake that handoff to Mancuso, and then just had nowhere to go and was dropped near the line of scrimmage.
They are not sharp at all.
Timeout. Wallenpaupack did have a timeout. So in a 7-7 deadlock, Lakeland and Wallenpaupack will keep it right here, Glenn. So very interesting first half of football between the Buckhorns and the Chiefs thus far.
Looks like Lakeland's in a funk here a little bit, Steve. They don't seem to be clicking like they have been in the last last couple of games.
Well, they're running a lot of different formations. You didn't see that last week, and I think what Dave Pawarczyk is doing here tonight, trying to give different looks to Wallenpaupack, and it really hasn't been a very smooth first half for Lakeland. They've kind of been a little bit out of sync in this first half.
Well, that middle of that defensive line, that nose guard for Wallenpaupack,
Sam Philippe.
He's in there wreaking havoc.
He's 6'2"
interior line.
6'2", 370. He's a tough customer to deal with if you're Lakeland. And right now it is 4th down for the Chiefs. 4th and 17 with 45 seconds to play in the first half. Punting unit is on for Lakeland as Dupree will drop back.
Lakeland timeout.
So the Chiefs will take a timeout right here. We'll remind you we'll be back in action again next week when we go back to Carbondale for the Chargers and the Chiefs in the rivalry game from the Andrew J. Sarah Sports Complex. And what you usually do, Glenn, is you take those records and you toss them right out the window when Carbondale and Lakeland play. We'll have that game for you next week. Then coming up in October, Susquehanna will come in to take on the Carbondale area Chargers. That could be an interesting matchup. Lakeland Chiefs will take a look at their schedule. They're going to have some pretty interesting matchups coming up themselves. Got a little bit too much paperwork here on the deck tonight here, folks. And Wyoming area, they will have Western Wayne. That's going to be a tough game for Lakeland. Mid-Valley, they're no pushover, so.
You ready for this, Steve? Wyoming area 24, Southern Columbia 7 at halftime.
Wow. Still a lot of football to be played.
Still a lot of football in that game, sure.
But that is a shocker, definitely. As Dupree will get set to punt. And Dupree with a line drive punt. Stella will let this bounce, and it will roll inside the 30 and rolls back to the 19-yard line. And for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns, they have 33.9 seconds remaining in first half action as they take over offensively.
The old coach, Nick Homick, would not like what Wallenpaupack did there.
No, he wouldn't.
You don't let the ball hit the ground on a punt. You do not.
Nick was a firm believer that you get a running start, catch that football, and
be gone.
Put the pedal to the metal. So we're deadlocked at 7. We'll see how Wallenpaupack plays it right here, but I don't think you're going to see anything too fancy. Head coach Mark Watson in his 16th season, he's been through this before. And unless if they have something up their sleeve, this game will probably be tied going into the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, you got to be careful here. You don't want to do anything foolish. I'd be satisfied with 7-7 if I were Paupack.
Well, they've got 3 wide receivers on the near side. So, Brett Levant will work out of the shotgun on 1st down and 10 from the 19-yard line. He will keep the football and run right into a host of Lakeland defenders. Not too much there, a couple of yards on the play, and a timeout once again is called by Wallenpaupack. Well, I thought that Wallenpaupack might have been out of timeouts. Didn't see that on the scoreboard, Glenn, but we take another one.
We do have to, for our advantage, we have a little disadvantage. We have to stick our head almost out the window to catch the scoreboard. So, I don't get this. I would if I would be thrilled just to walk in at 7-7 if I were Wallenpaupack.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do with 25 seconds left is turn the football over and give Lakeland an opportunity. So both head coaches will talk things over as Dave Pawarczyk on the near side has set the strategy. And Mark Watson, of course, he's in his 16th season, has a career record of 72 wins and 83 losses.
And given the fact that, aside from mistakes, as you said, John, statistically,
2nd down and 5 for the Buckhorns. Football spotted on the 24-yard line.
Santiago to the right. We've got
Ajayi in the backfield. And Levant will wait for the snap out of the gun. And Levant will scramble, and there he goes. Dupree is in hot pursuit, but Levant will turn it upfield and dance out of bounds in front of the Buckhorn bench. He picked up the 1st down with just under 16 seconds to play in the half.
Levant, you never know. Picked up about.
We have seen some strange things in high school football play out on any given night.
We're all deadlocked at 7-7.
And on first down, the Buckhorns from their own 33-yard line will go to work.
He's back at the 46-yard line. He's deep.
Just under 16 seconds remaining as Levant will drop back, looks near side, and this pass is complete to Capsule at the 30, incomplete to Capsule at the 33-yard line.
Went to the ground, but
Yeah, he tried to come up with the catch. It was actually thrown behind him.
Yeah,
Levant did not lead the receiver like he usually would.
If you're going to try to do something here, you got to have him going away from, not coming back for the ball, going away from the pass for sure, and try to get it down the field.
Usually a quarterback like Levant throwing the football wants to lead the receiver along the sideline so he catches it in stride, but that time it fell incomplete. Second down play coming up for the Buckhorns with 9 seconds left in the first half. Once again, Levant out of the gun. This time he will take the snap and run forward. He's got the first down and more out to midfield.
They stopped the clock to move.
Man, two seconds left as the chain gang will move the markers on the far side of the field. And as soon as they are set, Wallenpaupack will be ready to rock as Levant will take the snap, and there's a flag. You can almost see that one coming, Glenn.
And the clock shows zeros.
That's an illegal procedure penalty against Wallenpaupack. So the half cannot end on a penalty.
So a
5-yard penalty will move the football back to the 45-yard line.
And 15. We can have is there a play here? Or is that the end of the half?
That might be the end of the half. The officials will get together to talk this over.
The guy in the white hat is saying that it's happening.
Let's see what the result will be right here.
Well, here's the guy. Well, sure, I would think the half could end on an offensive penalty for sure.
Yes, it could. So both teams are going to head to the locker room. In a 7-7 tie, Wallenpaupack and Lakeland will get set for the second half coming up after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Football.
Mix Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Mix Excavating and Paving Carbondale. You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski and company. I'm Steve Young. Great to have you on board as we are tied at 7 after that great halftime show presented by the Wallenpaupack Band. And we're just going to keep it right here for a couple of minutes and remind you your local Napa dealer, Carbondale Auto Parts, has been serving the area for over 38 years with quality automotive replacement parts, tools, and accessories. Experience the Napa know-how difference with great service you come to know and trust from the staff at Carbondale Auto Parts. Your Napa know-how folks. Well, folks, Pioneer City Insurance is now open at their new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. Independently owned and operated, Pioneer City Insurance has you covered with personal insurance for auto, home, life, and commercial lines for businesses. Jennifer Krizan Allen is there for you 7 days a week on Facebook, online at pioneercityinsurance.com, or call 570-282-2801 for Pioneer City Insurance at their new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. Well, Glenn, interesting first half, and you take a look at the Buckhorns and the Chiefs. Penalties have really hurt Lakeland in that first half, and for Wallenpaupack, they kind of got off to a bit of a slow start. They turned things around, and then it was a defensive struggle in the second quarter.
And it was, Steve. And this is the second week in a row that, as we said before, Lakeland had 10 penalties last week for 101 yards, and now there are 5 penalties for 50 yards. But those penalties came at crucial times after they made some great plays, got first downs, and it was taken away because of penalties and a couple holds and unsportsmanlike conduct and everything else. It's just killing them. So some statistics for the first half, Steve. For of the Buckhorns, Ajayi had 9 rushes for 30 yards. Levant had 7 for 25 and 1 TD. Levant was attempted 4 passes for 2 for 28 yards. Schmalzi caught 1 for 30, and Ajayi caught 1 for -2. First downs, Wallenpaupack had 6. They had 3 penalties for 20 yards, and they ran 24 plays. For Lakeland, Dominic Spataro has 9 rushes for 74 yards. Jared Bullock has 4 for 12. Nick Mancuso has 3 for 21 and a touchdown. Dominic Spataro is 5 for 10 for 35 yards. Siemens has 1 catch for 7. Mancuso has 1 catch, didn't gain anything on it. Kevin Snyder has 1 for 7, and Lakota has 3 for 21. They have 8 first downs. They have 5 penalties, as we said, for 50 yards, and they ran 29 plays. So right now, Lakeland's got to straighten out their these unforced errors by penalties. It's just killing them. And Wallenpaupack kind of just fizzled out with the ball the last couple possessions, and that may be because of the fact that Lakeland defense came on strong in that second half of that second quarter. So we have a 7-7 tie, and this one could go right down to the wire. And you got to keep in mind, if you're Lakeland, that this kicker for Wallenpaupack,
I was just thinking,
missed a 40-some-yard field goal in the first quarter. So they have to get some scores on the board to get ahead and hopefully that this doesn't come down to a field goal, because without question, he's one of the better field goal kickers we've seen in a long time.
Definitely. It's funny you bring that up, Glenn, because I was thinking about that. If this game remains tight right to the end, and Wallenpaupack gets within striking distance, that's a great option to have.
Sure is, without question.
So the Buckhorns on the field, warming up for the start of the second half. And here come the Chiefs out of the locker room. And head coach Dave Pawarczyk had a chat with them. They seem to be
he was
really
hot.
Yeah.
In that second quarter, he was really hot. It was steam coming out of his nose. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was upset over the way they were the penalties. I don't know of the play calling or the misinformation that was put into the field. I don't know what it was, but he was hot. But now you go in, you make your adjustments, and we go in the second half. Now Wallenpaupack will get the ball in the second half.
So the Buckhorns and the Chiefs here in week number 4. We travel to Carbondale next week to bring you the Chiefs and the Chargers in the rivalry game.
And I believe, Steve, next week it's homecoming, too, for Carbondale.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's going to be a good time.
As a matter of fact, I know that for a fact because my granddaughter is one of the girls that's in the court, so we don't know who the queen's going to be, but it's interesting. And that's, I liked what Lakeland did last week. Because of the pandemic, they got the senior night in, and that was very smart of them.
Yes, get that in early.
Because you really don't know.
Yes, you don't know what the future holds, and it's nice that they were able to do it on a beautiful evening and get to enjoy it. So, Next week, we will be in Carbondale for that rivalry game between the Chiefs and the Chargers right here on Adams Cable, Channel 107. Well, keys to the second half, once again, we talked about it, Glenn. Lakeland, they have to minimize penalties. You know, they were able to move the football here and there against this big Wallenpaupack defensive line, but they remain deadlocked as we start quarter number 3. And it's always, I really like the first 3 to 5 minutes of the third quarter to see what kind of changes both head coaches made.
Exactly. It's, you know, if you go in in any sport at halftime, you make adjustments. The person that makes the proper adjustments and comes out and gets things rolling quick always has an edge.
So we are set to rock and roll with third quarter action here at Lakeland. Boy, the cheering section is in good voice tonight, Glenn.
Well, nice crowd here today.
Always.
You can tell that the crowd, I always say it, you can tell that the crowd is good when half of them are standing at the right in front of everyone, right at the fence.
Yeah, there you go. Dupree will tee it up for Lakeland. 2 are deep for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns. And here we go with the third quarter play from Lakeland Stadium here on Adams Cable, Channel 107. This is a short kick, and it will be short-hopped at the 28-yard line by Justin Stella.
He's got room.
He's got a lot of running room on the far side. Turns it upfield, got a block, lowers the shoulder, and then is gang tackled by a host of Lakeland defenders near
35-yard return.
Near the 42-yard line.
Great field position.
Boy, what a great way to start if you're Wallenpaupack with a big return. So we'll see how things play out now as the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns will set up shop from the Lakeland 42-yard line, first down and 10. And here they come as they break the huddle. Sophomore Jordan Santiago is a wideout on the top of your screen as Mabret Levant will operate out of the shotgun formation. And it will be a man in motion, Schmalsley, and he will keep the football, and Levant advances it to about the 36-yard line.
Brought down by Lakota Dupree.
Buckhorns right now talking things over in the huddle. Second down play coming up. Second down and about 5 yards to go. Opening moments of quarter number 3. We're tied at 7 here at Lakeland Stadium.
Empty bat.
And now up under center is Levant. And he goes with a long count, and he gives it to Ajayi, and he runs into a stone wall put up by Lakeland.
Dupree, there he is again. No gain.
You know, you take a look at this Lakeland defense that they have across the line. Smurl, Ormsby at 265, John Kloss Walton at 215, Lakota Dupree at that end, 230 pounds. And did they lose the football?
They
fumbled the football.
I think it was recovered.
Recovered by Lakeland.
I think it was recovered by Dupree, but he jumped up there. It must have been.
And Lakeland will take over possession of the football as they operate from their own 37-yard line. First down and 10. As Spataro will operate out of the shotgun, and the give is to Mancuso, and he's decked immediately in the backfield. Lost about 2 or 3 yards on that play. And Dave Pawarczyk not happy as he took off the headset on the near side of the field. Lakeland loses yardage. Second down, 13 coming up for the Chiefs.
Second and 13 as Mancuso is dropped for a 3-yard.
And Spataro will work out of the shotgun once again.
One-on-one coverage on this side.
Snyder went in motion. Spataro keeps, busted play, and he will just get back to the original line of scrimmage. Pretty good job by Wallenpaupack defensively, but that play got off to kind of a shaky start, Glenn.
Yeah, it's it doesn't seem like Lakeland's. They got to get out of this. Like you said, this hole that they put themselves in. They don't seem to have that
fluid offense
and that spirit that they had at the beginning of the game.
Third down and 10 for the Chiefs as they go to work from their own 37. As Spataro will send Snyder in motion to the near side. Spataro back to throw, flags on the play. Wow.
Delay of game.
Wow.
Boy.
Another.
That is a drive killer right there. Just when you think you're getting some momentum, another penalty sets you back. It's going to bring up third down and 15 for the Lakeland offense, with the football spotted at the Chief 32. And this time John Siemens is wide on the near side. Snyder will line up in the slot. And Spataro out of the gun. Snyder in motion. Spataro back to throw. With time, protection breaks down. Spataro turns it upfield, close to the first down. Very close. Have to see where they mark it. It's going to be close.
Wow,
boy, there was a lot happening on that far sideline. They're going to be just short of the first down.
But I don't know how you could take that ball and move it from where it was, and then measure it if you're going to measure it.
Well, it's going to be fourth down and short yardage. 4th and 1 for the Chiefs from their own 46-yard line. And this time Spataro up under center. He just, that is forward progress.
Second effort.
Will give him the first down. Boy, you take a look at when he had the football to start the play, it looked like he was going to be shut down, but great second effort, Glenn. Took him across that plane, and they pick up the first down. So Lakeland will sustain the drive by virtue of the first down, and this time John Siemens and company.
Turned out to be a big play in this game, Steve.
That's a big one. First down and 10, the Chiefs. Snyder goes in motion, and Spataro to throw, looking near side. Siemens has it at midfield and is tackled immediately by Chris Quigley, coming up from his left cornerback position for the Buckhorn defense. Good spot on the play as his forward progress was marked right at the midfield stripe. Second down and 8 for Lakeland as we near 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. We're tied at 7. Lakeland and Wallenpaupack on the Call Spall scoreboard here in quarter number 3. And Spataro with a lot of weapons. He will fire on the far side of the field. Dupree has it, lowers the shoulder, and plows to the 45-yard line of Wallenpaupack. Boy, this is a very, very tough football game for both ball clubs, and I believe we will have a timeout or an injury timeout right here. And with 7:37 remaining in the third, we're tied at 7. Wallenpaupack and Lakeland on Adams Cable High School football.
You deserve expert heating, cooling, and plumbing service. So, just call Spall. T.E. Spall & Son has been serving northeastern Pennsylvania with expert customer service for 36 years in all phases of residential and commercial heating, cooling, and plumbing. So, just call Spall for the expert service you deserve. Visit them at callspall.com. For service, remember, just call Spall.
Back at Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young here with you. Injury timeout. And Lakeland now will be looking down the barrel of third down and 3 from the Buckhorn 45-yard line.
Ball at the 45.
Pretty good drive for Lakeland. And right now, Spataro will get set to run the offense as he surveys the Buckhorn defense. Out of the shotgun, Spatero will keep. He is strung out on the play and goes down. Great pursuit by the Buckhorn defense, and leading the way, sophomore left end Jordan Santiago. Read that one all the way, and it's 4th down for the Chiefs.
Yeah, they had real good pursuit from Wallenpaupack, and that play, there was nowhere to go for Spatero.
So on 4th down, and 8, will Dave Pawarczyk roll the dice? Shot clock, or the clock is down to 5. The play clock is at 3. And right now, Snyder in motion, Spatero to throw. He looks, it was almost intercepted. Boy, that was close. Oh. Boy, that could have been picked off. Buckhorns missed an opportunity right there, but no damage done because they take over possession of the football on down.
Siemens, that was intended for Siemens coming across from the outside, Steve, but he ran into number 88, who was Jordan Santiago, and could never get to that ball.
Lakeland turns over the football to Wallenpaupack on downs. From midfield, the Buckhorns will go to work in a 7-7 deadlock here in third quarter action at Lakeland Stadium. Brett Levant, the senior quarterback, under center. Levant with the long count, and he will hand it off to Ajayi, and Ajayi gets just across the line of scrimmage
if he gets one.
For a short gain on the play. Well, Lakeland has done a good job containing Shadrach Ajayi. They never have given him the opportunity to break one.
He has not gotten out in the open field at all.
Just didn't give him that opportunity, and now it's going to result in 2nd down coming up for the Buckhorns.
Yeah, 2nd and 9.
Out of the huddle they come. T.J. Smallsley wide to the near side for Wallenpaupack. Out of the I formation. And Levant wants to roll out. Here he comes to the near side. Plenty of time. Short little pass to the near side. It is complete to Antonio Iannetta. And that is good for a Wallenpaupack 1st down. Well, that time they were able to buy some time rolling out, and it paid dividends, and it results in a new set of downs for Wallenpaupack.
Gain of 11 on the play.
And with the football marked at the Lakeland 38-yard line, the Buckhorns with a new set of downs. Tyler Capshaw is wide on the bottom of your screen. Santiago on the top of your screen. Levant takes the snap. He'll keep, and he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage as Lakeland is right there with the pursuit. Luke Smurl in on the tackle for Lakeland, number 58, coming up from his left defensive end position. And this is a very quick-moving third quarter of play, as we are nearing the 5-minute mark remaining and tied at 7 on the Call Spall scoreboard here at Lakeland Stadium.
He was a little bit confused as to what he should do and which way the first step was.
Wallenpaupack facing 2nd down and 12 from the Lakeland 40. Smallsley wide on the top of your screen. Ajayi goes in motion. Ajayi will get the reception, but is caught immediately. A great defensive play.
A great open field tackle.
Yeah, he was right there. Read that one all the way. Coming up from his safety position. He plays weak safety. 3rd down for the Buckhorns as they will work from the Lakeland 37-yard line.
It's 3rd and 9, and John, as we expected, this one will come down to the 4th quarter. We're all even at 7.
Santiago wide on the top of your screen. 3 wideouts on the near side. Levant out of the shotgun once again. Levant, quick pass. Oh, off the fingertips of Chris Quigley. Chris Quigley could not come up with that catch on a slant.
Let's see what Coach Watson.
That was a perfect pass, and it falls incomplete. It's going to result in 4th down. And what do you do right here, Glenn?
Well,
do you try to pin Lakeland back deep in their own territory, or do you roll the dice?
I think I'd roll the dice on this one.
Yeah,
because they're
going for it.
They are holding
down.
them down on their offense. Defensively, they're doing a nice job against Lakeland.
4th down and 9 for Wallenpaupack. Here we go with Levant back to throw. He's under the gun and sacked on the play at the 48-yard line.
Dupree.
For Lakeland, Luke Smurl came up with a big defensive play.
Just as I was coming up here today, stopped to talk to Luke Smurl's grandmother.
Really?
And she says, you know who my grandson is? I said, now I know now for sure.
You do know now because he just came up with a fantastic play defensively to give Lakeland the football and a 1st down at the 48-yard line of the Chiefs.
Turnover out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs from their own 48 yard.
At their own 48, great field position.
Hell, this has been a great football game. We're tied at 7 here in the late stages of quarter number 3. And Spataro works out of the shotgun, back to throw. The rush is on. He'll jump off a screen. Bullock has it, and he goes across the 45-yard line, and then his
fumble.
There's a ball is on the ground. Let's check it now and see. He was down by contact.
That looked like the referees. One of the officials saying he was down by contact. Yep.
Down by contact, so Lakeland will keep the possession.
Looks like a 1st down.
Boy, if it isn't, it's very close. They might even. We didn't have a measurement yet. This might be the situation where they call for one. I'm not sure. See, we're looking at this spot at an angle. So will there be a measurement? No, I don't think there will be, Glenn.
Nope.
Now, Spataro will organize the offense and try to get something going here. 2nd down and a yard to go with under 3 minutes to play. 3rd quarter, Spataro loses the handle on it, picks it up. Great athletic ability results in a pass to Dupree for the 1st down and much more near the 25-yard line of the Buckhorns. Now Spataro, calm and cool, back in the pocket as the snap went off his fingertips and dumped it off to Dupree. That just shows a lot of composure and experience, Glenn, the way he handled that.
Well, and he probably could have ran that far himself because if he didn't throw to Dupree that time, Dupree was out there to block for him.
1st down and 10, Lakeland from the Buckhorn 25. Spataro back to throw again with time. And, it hits Mike Mancuso in the legs. Bit of a mix-up. Did I say Mike Mancuso?
You did.
It's Nick Mancuso.
Well, that Mike.
Boy, because his dad used to run some great patterns on the football field, and
he was a good one. That's for sure. There's no question. He had the speed. He had his ability to catch the ball, and I think is one of his biggest assets was his ability to cut on a dime.
Oh yes. Now on 2nd down and 10 for Lakeland. Spataro back in the pocket. Now he'll step up, and Spataro will keep it. Spataro with running room and the speed. He's got the touchdown. It's 25 yards, and Lakeland has the lead.
Let's go try.
Busted play, and Spataro made the most of it.
He got hit twice there and still broke away.
13-7 in favor of Lakeland.
Lakeland leads it 13-7, and Lakota Dupree comes on for the extra point. Well, it's amazing how the momentum can shift in a football game.
He's a playmaker, and that's what you need in the backfield. Yep.
Lakeland trying to get organized for the extra point as Lakota Dupree is on for the point after touchdown. Here's the kick. It's got the distance, and it's good. And with 2:29 remaining on the ball scoreboard, Lakeland has taken the lead 14-7 over Wallenpaupack on Adams Cable High School football.
Looking for the right flooring for your home, lifestyle, and budget? Visit Tom's Floor Shop & Childs for the latest advancements in flooring to enhance the rooms in your home. The experts at Tom's Floor Shop are there to help you style your home in contemporary elegance and classic beauty with a wide variety of name brand carpeting, hardwood, vinyl, and professional installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop, Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs. Providing the ultimate in professional service is a tradition at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, Carbondale. For more than 50 years, families in Carbondale and its surrounding area have used our 2 Hospital Street and 74 North Main Street locations for a traditional service, cremation or memorial services, or a service of personal preference. Contact Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated to handle every detail.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium. The Chiefs put together a drive and punch in a score with 2:29 remaining here in third quarter action. They lead Wallenpaupack 14-7, and Spatero will tee up the football and kick off to the Buckhorns.
So the football is flat on the field as he kicks it. So the Buckhorns.
Pretty interesting. Spatero just lays the football down on the 40, and it's going to be an onside kick, a short one, and it will be dead at the 48-yard line, and the Buckhorns will have pretty good field position.
Yes, they will.
Which way you slice it, John, it's great field position.
Well, the only thing about that, Steve, is you're not gonna get a breakaway because you have to cover that ball. Because if you don't cover it, and if Lakeland picks it up,
it's a live ball.
It's a live ball for sure, and that would stop any major big run.
And with the football spotted just at the 49-yard line, Wallenpaupack will go to work, trailing in the contest. As Levant, the senior quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off to Ajayi. Ajayi turns the corner, move. And Ajayi turns it upfield for a pretty good gain.
Yeah,
that looked like it was
he was
going
met
to be
in the backfield, but just got around the pressure of Lakeland.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he was going to be caught along the line of scrimmage, but did a good job. Second effort got him a couple of more yards. And it's going to result in second down and about 6 yards to go. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in third quarter action at Lakeland Stadium, with the Chiefs leading 14-7. As Mabret Levant awaits the snap. And this time he will keep the football, but runs right into the Lakeland defense, and he is manhandled. Wow. Well, let's check this out. We did get
John
a new
Claus Walton.
Okay, that's Claus Walton on the stop for
So John Claus Walton, wearing number 63. Had a number change there, so we'll make that change on our chart.
Yeah, I think they told us that last week. They made that change just before the game started.
So
third down and about 5 yards to go, with exactly 1 minute left in third quarter action. Levant looks, slant play. Schmausley has it for the first down at the 39-yard line. Well, you know, it seems as though Wallenpaupack Glen was able to get these first downs, but when you get inside that red zone or inside the 30-yard line, that's where Lakeland has really played some great defense and shut them down.
They have.
They've denied them many times.
Yeah, but that was a wide open field there. Schmausley was pretty open, and is just enough for the first down.
First down for Wallenpaupack from the Lakeland 39. And Levant off the play fake, rolling out. He will fire downfield and right into the hands of Santiago. He was open and could not hang on to the football. Wow. He may have had a touchdown had he caught the pass.
And I think if Levant wanted to just tuck that, he probably would have had at least the first down.
That's a killer, and it's 2nd and 10.
And the incompletion stops the clock with 17 seconds remaining. And it will bring up 2nd down and 10. 2nd down, and let's check that. 2nd and 10. This time, Tyler Capsule is wide on the top of your screen. And Schmalzley is wide on the near side. And Levant will keep the football, turning it upfield, and runs out of bounds at the 30. Boy, that's close to a first down. It might be just short.
No, first down.
First down? Okay. Evidently, he got inside the 30. And that gives him a very important first down to sustain the drive. 14-7 Lakeland as we have 10 seconds remaining in third quarter action. TJ Schmalzley wide on the top of your screen. And it is Quigley on the near side as a wide receiver. And Levant will keep the football. There he goes up the middle, and he hammers inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. And making the tackle for Lakeland was linebacker Jaron Bullock. And that will bring an end to third quarter action here at Lakeland Stadium. On the Call Spall scoreboard, Lakeland leads Wallenpaupack 14-7 as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Football.
When it comes to keeping your vehicle maintained and problem-free, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale has you covered. Call Jerry's for brake service, oil changes, state inspections, quality tires, wheel alignment, and rotation to enhance your vehicle's performance.
I'm Jerry Jablonowski. Call 282 Tire for dependable automotive service in name brand tires at Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Mix Excavating and Paving of Carbondale is committed to providing professional service in residential and commercial excavating, land clearing and demolition, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Enhance your property with new paving and seal coating, mulch, or stone. For expert service on your next project, count on Mix Excavating and Paving Carbondale.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium. Fourth quarter about to get underway, and we've had a dandy football game between the Buckhorns and the Chiefs. Lakeland leads this contest 14-7. Wallenpaupack has possession of the football, 2nd down and 5 from the Lakeland 23-yard line.
Big defensive stand here necessary for Lakeland.
Well, this Lakeland defense has played well all night. They're going to need some big plays coming up right here.
Man in the slot.
On the 2nd down and about 5.
Maybert Levant in the shotgun.
Maybert Levant out of the gun once again.
Levant waits the snap from center.
Levant, he will keep the football and goes off left tackle and advances it to about the 20-yard line. One thing about Wallenpaupack, Glenn, very deliberate, very patient.
Very, very methodical, and they know what they want to do. Just got to execute it. Lakeland's got to come up with a big stop here.
Football at the 19-yard line, 3rd down and a yard to go as they break the huddle. Tyler Capsule, wide out on the near side as Levant. This time, up under center. Levant will keep it.
I don't know. Well, that's second effort, maybe, yeah.
Check the forward progress. You take a look at the official on the near side of the field.
Yep.
And the chain gang will move the markers.
Second effort by Levant.
That's what got him that first down. And Wallenpaupack will sustain the drive. From the 17, 1st and 10, the Buckhorns. With under 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter here at Lakeland Stadium. Capsule goes to the top of your screen, and Schmalzley on the near side. And Levant will await the snap. And flags on the play.
Procedure.
This will be against the Buckhorns. Yep. And it will be a 5-yard penalty. Well, next week we will be in the Pioneer City back at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex as Lakeland and Carbondale will battle in the rivalry game. Boy, how many of those have you watched over the years, Glenn? Wow. Yeah, some great football games on this field at Russell Park in Carbondale, at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex, at Mayfield Community Field back in the day.
Back in the early 70s, wow.
First down and 15. Wallenpaupack, Levant off the play fake, rolling out, looking. He'll keep, turns it upfield, and then is cut down inside the 15-yard line.
There is a flag right
it's
by
against
58.
Wallenpaupack.
Right by the player 58 for Wallenpaupack. Holy.
Oh. Well, just when Wallenpaupack wanted to do some damage, the flag came out. And holding penalty will push the football to the 32 or 33-yard line. They'll spot it closer to the 32, and it will result in a first down and about 25 yards to go for Wallenpaupack. Fast-moving football game. We're in the fourth quarter with 9:52 remaining. Lakeland on top, 14-7 on the Call Spall scoreboard. Levant takes the snap, back to throw. The pocket collapses. Levant with running room and then is dropped at the 31. A 1-yard gain on the play, and that's all.
Good pursuit by Lakeland.
Boy, Levant is getting up very slowly. Took a pretty good hit, but he looks like he will stay in the game. Play came in from the far sideline by Jordan Santiago, the tight end. And Wallenpaupack now facing second down and 24 from the Lakeland 31. And Levant back in the pocket. Here comes the rush, and he is dropped on the play.
Fumble.
Ball is on the ground, but I believe, let's see who will come up with it. I think Wallenpaupack will keep it.
Yeah.
Boy, the pocket just broke down, and then all of a sudden, it was like a jailbreak.
Klaus Walton. And Luke Smurl.
Going to bring up third and Mayfield.
This Lakeland defense has really played well here tonight.
Yeah, it seemed like they gave, but
and now a flag comes out.
What do we got?
Sure. Illegal substitution.
Wow. Wallenpaupack moving in the wrong direction right now.
Best Lakeland offense is the Wallenpaupack offense.
Yeah, Lakeland turned it up a notch defensively.
Wow, did they ever.
And now with the football on the 45, it's going to bring up third down and about 31 yards to go. As Wallenpaupack has never been able to get that big play that they've been accustomed to and that they need against this Lakeland defense that leads Division III thus far. Levant wants to throw. Pass is complete to Quigley. Quigley lowers the shoulder and drives inside the 35-yard line. There's a late flag. Came in from the official on the near side. So the officials will talk things over.
Penalties against the Buckhorns, that much I
wow.
don't know. Is it?
Officials are still talking things over. We have no word from the field as of this moment. It's going against the Chiefs.
5 yards.
It's the 5-yard variety.
So it's an unintentional face mask or a non-flagrant face mask.
So the ball now, the football resting at the Lakeland 29-yard line. It will bring up third down and 37 for Wallenpaupack as they trail in this football game 14-7 with 7:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lakeland defensively has done it all night. They need another big play right here on third down. Chris Quigley will check out of the game, and boy, play clock at 5, and Wallenpaupack is going to have to take a timeout.
Yeah, there was total
Levant could not get back into the ball game, so we're going to go to a quick break and return with more high school football in just a moment here on Adams Cable, Channel 107.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7. Pioneer City Insurance is now open at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield. Independently owned and operated, Pioneer City Insurance offers personal insurance for auto, home, life, and commercial lines for businesses. Jennifer Crisan Allen is there for you 7 days a week on Facebook, online at pioneercityinsurance.com, or call 570-282-2801 for Pioneer City Insurance at its new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield.
Well, coming out of the timeout, my friends, it is third down and 21 from the 29-yard line of Lakeland for the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns, trailing 14-7. Levant back to throw, and there's the rush. The heat came from the left side, and Dupree provided it. And Lakeland has recovered the football.
And Dupree made the stop and covered the ball in, almost in one motion. What a defensive play.
Wow. That is a big play here in the fourth quarter with 7:15 remaining. And if this score holds up, think about that defensive play and just how big it was on third down. Now Lakeland offensively from its own 37, and they are going to run the football. Nick Mancuso with a flag on the play. That could be a face mask. The official was right there. The flag came out quickly.
So a face mask, we'll see if it's 5 or 15.
Well, the officials having a lot of work to do out there tonight, Glenn. They've had a
there's a ton of penalties.
Personal foul, face mask.
Now it's just a matter of where they're going to spot the football. Oh, this is a big one. That will give Lakeland an automatic first down in Buckhorn territory at the 48-yard line.
Chiarelli, Casey Smurl, Lori Snyder, Ava Gelderman.
Well, right now with the Chiefs leading 14-7 on the College Ball scoreboard, it's first down with 7:08 remaining in fourth quarter action. Nick Mancuso takes the handoff and is dropped back in Lakeland territory at the 49 for a loss on the play.
We're out down by Aiden Robertson.
Well, right here, Glenn, if you're Lakeland, take that play clock down on every snap.
As much as you can, for sure. And
now clock management really becomes important, and first downs at this point in the ball game.
You can get a 2 or 3 first downs. You're going to knock 3-4 minutes off that clock.
6.5 minutes left. Lakeland up 14-7. And Spataro out of the gun. Spataro back. The rush is on. Spataro flushed out of the pocket around the right end, and this pass is incomplete. Third down coming up for Lakeland.
You got to give Wallenpaupack's defense.
They've done a pretty good job against Lakeland.
They did a real good job.
Lakeland really had to work for the points they got here tonight.
And they're making Spataro's passing night very, very difficult. The line is playing well, and their backs are covering the Lakeland receivers pretty well. There you go. Timeout.
I believe we might have an injury timeout.
Conversation between Coach Watson and officials. Iron Valley Real Estate's greatest strength.
14-7, Lakeland leads it with 6:16 left in fourth quarter action. Coming up, it will be third down and 13 for the Chiefs when play resumes. Great to have you with us tonight here on Adams Cable, Channel 107. You know, Glenn, just taking a look at some notes here, some games were canceled because of COVID concerns. Old Forge Northwest, Denmore Prep, of course, and Lake Lehman, Dallas. Those games postponed, or canceled, I should say.
Yep.
Third down for the Chiefs. Spataro back in the pocket. A lot of time to throw. Ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage by the defense of Wallenpaupack. Now, when you've got guys on the line, 6'2", 370, and
hands up.
Hands up.
Those
boy, they cover a huge area. Fourth down coming up for Lakeland, and the punting unit will come on. Justin Stella awaits the punt from Lakeland. Stella standing at his own 24-yard line. Dupree takes that play clock right down. Low snap. Dupree gets away. A booming kick up in the jet stream. Stella catches it. Called for a fair catch. Wow. Boy, down around the...
I'll tell you what, that was a fair catch. That was a late hand and a fair catch.
That really was. That's somewhere around the 12-yard line.
And I'm not understanding that because the last three snaps have been bad.
Boy, you've got to be cool and calm to catch a punt like that with the Lakeland defense coming at you. Now the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns trailing 14-7 with 6 minutes left. A lot of time left in this football game, but they're going to work deep in their own territory at the 12-yard line. Brett Levant will run the offense once again for Wallenpaupack. And Ajayi coming to the near side with blocking. There goes Ajayi out across the 25-yard line. Spataro coming up to make the tackle along with Nick Mancuso.
First down, brought down by Nick Mancuso. And Domenico Spataro, injury on the field. And
we have an injured player for Wallenpaupack down at the line of scrimmage. So play now is halted with 5:52 remaining in the fourth quarter as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Football. Your local Napa dealer, Carbondale Auto Parts, has been serving the area for over 38 years with quality automotive replacement parts, tools, and accessories. Experience the Napa know-how difference with great service you've come to know and trust from the staff at Carbondale Auto Parts. Your Napa know-how folks.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
Welcome back to Lakeland Stadium alongside Glenn Muskowski, Steve Young here.
Justin Kowalik.
And Justin Kowalik, the sophomore, 6'1", 290 pounds on the offensive line for Wallenpaupack, being helped off the field right now, so we certainly
like
hope
he's in
that
pain. Can barely get can't put any pressure on that ankle for sure, or knee.
So that is a tough loss for this Wallenpaupack offensive line. He's the right tackle. Yeah, that is part of the game that you really don't like to see. It's
never like to see anyone get injured,
especially in a great football game that we've had here tonight between Wallenpaupack and Lakeland. And with 5:52 to play here in the fourth, it's 14-7. Lakeland leading it. And first down and 10 for the Buckhorns as they will operate from their own 25-yard line. And for Wallenpaupack, TJ Schmalzley will be wide on the near side. Now lining up at in the tight end, it will be Jordan Santiago, and Tyler Capshaw will come to the near side. And Levant, this time up under center. Iannetta lines up at fullback, and it will be Ajayi going around the left end, but he's caught there after a very short gain. Lakeland defensively has been stellar all night. They virtually...
Jake Curcio on that tackle. Gain of 1.
Well, Curcio at that linebacker position along with Jaron Bullock. And a 1-yard gain on the last play. Second down and 9 with the clock running. We're nearing 5 minutes left in the football game. And Lakeland up by 7. Levant surveys the Lakeland defense. Levant off the play fake, rushes on, fires downfield. Schmalzley broken up by Nick Mancuso.
Wow, what a play.
Mancuso right there with the defensive coverage to knock it away.
Perfect timing by Nick Mancuso, because Schmalzley did have a step on him. Great play.
And the incompletion will stop the clock with 5:02 left and bring up third down and 9 for the Buckhorn offense.
5:02 left to play in this football game.
Tyler Capshaw wide. This time, Schmalzley will line up in the slot. Levant will hand it off, and it will be Ajayi coming around the near side, and he's decked by the Lakeland defense. A lot of blue shirts right there. John Siemens in to help out on the tackle. Luke Smurl in the vicinity. Now here it comes. 4th down and 9 for, well, let's check this. 4th down and 4. Now, are they going to send the punting unit in, Glenn? I think they are. Or are they going to roll the dice? Maybe they took a look at what Lakeland had defensively, but...
Ajayi, watch Ajayi on this.
Rovan, Levant, back in punt formation. Ajayi, though, lining up.
I think they call it. I think you call a timeout. I think he did. It appeared that way.
With 4:10 on the clock, delay of game called against Wallenpaupack.
Nope. Obviously he didn't.
Now there might be a timeout. Now let's go to a quick break here on with Lakeland up 14-7 and 4:10 remaining in the fourth on Adams Cable High School.
When you need collision repair, turn to the professionals at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center to restore your vehicle back to its original condition. For over 34 years, Beston's has been providing full-service collision repair with exceptional customer service. At Beston's, their motto is, every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. Beston's Collision Center in Carbondale, the trusted name in collision repair in northeastern Pennsylvania.
Back at Lakeland Stadium with 4:10 left in the football game. It is 4th down and about 3 yards to go for Wallenpaupack. Punting unit was out on the field. Delay of game was called against the Buckhorns.
They said they got the timeout.
They did
just prior to the delay. Yep.
Okay.
because they didn't mark. They didn't give him 5 yard. Give him a 5 yard penalty.
Roman Levant back in punt formation for Wallenpaupack. And Nick Mancuso awaits at his own 35 for Lakeland.
Watch the short snap. Never know.
Ajayi there. No, it will go back to Roman Levant, and Levant is thinking about it. No, he'll boot it away, and it's a wobbly short kick. It gets a Buckhorn roll near the 46-yard line, and Lakeland will have great field position.
How many timeouts does Paupack have?
Well, Glenn, I'm not sure. I know Lakeland has 3, definitely. On the Wallenpaupack end, not really sure. Well, right here,
a first down or 2 will be critical for Lakeland.
Right here, clock management for Lakeland. They need to take some time off the clock, and they need to run the football and try to protect a 7-point advantage. And Spataro will take a look at the Wallenpaupack defense as he awaits the snap. And Mancuso in motion. Spataro will keep the football. Straight ahead, up the middle, back to the line of scrimmage. So it will bring up a second down play for Lakeland as the clock continues to run. 3:42 remaining here in fourth quarter action, and Lakeland up 14-7. Well, Glenn, you're going to see Spataro take that play clock right down to 1 second and try to chew up some time off this clock. Boy, this has been a great football game. And right now the play clock will drop down to 2 seconds, and then the snap by Lakeland, and they'll run the football across midfield to the 48-yard line of Wallenpaupack, and that was Jaron Bullock getting the call. Classic football here at Lakeland Stadium. Well, how many times over the years have you watched a Lakeland football team in a close game protect the lead by grinding it out?
Grind it out, sure.
So Lakeland switches gears. Last week they put on an aerial show, and here, with just about 2:41 remaining in the football game, they are going to the ground game, taking the play clock right down, and they're doing it to perfection. Spataro with 3 seconds on the clock. Spataro will keep it behind blocking. He has a Lakeland first down.
Big first down.
Well, Spataro followed the left side of his offensive line, and they got him the first down. And more importantly, that clock continues to run as we near 2 minutes left in the football game at Lakeland Stadium. Lakeland trying to improve to 4 wins and no losses on the season. And they are exactly 2 minutes away, leading 14-7 on the Call Spall scoreboard. This time, Spataro will have an I formation in the backfield, handing it off to Mancuso, who just gets to the line of scrimmage and protects the football.
Brought down by Sam Phillip on the play.
And Wallenpaupack calls the timeout with 1:42 seconds remaining.
That might be Wallenpaupack's last timeout, Steve.
1:42 left, 14-7 Lakeland, trying to preserve the lead and remain undefeated.
Well, first thing they have to do is protect the ball. Second of all, try to gain some yards, and if they get a first down, this is definitely over.
Second down for Lakeland from the 43. High snap, ball is up for grabs. Players battling for it, and I believe Spataro will keep the football. Wow. Boy, that was close. Boy, Lakeland dodges a bullet right there. Whew. They will lose yardage back to the 48-yard line. But more importantly, the clock continues to run as we near 1 minute left.
Bob Bavilla from the other radio station, Steve has a good point. Why are they in the shotgun?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that as we were giving the time on the scoreboard. I mean, come up under center and, don't even risk it. And this time they will. And Spataro will hand it off to Nick Mancuso, and he goes out of bounds with 48 seconds remaining. Well,
you have to stay inbounds.
You don't want to stop the clock.
You're right.
If anything, don't even run the football, just take a knee. So, with fourth down coming up right here, 48 seconds remaining, 14-7 Lakeland, 4th and 13 right here. And Lakeland will take a timeout to talk things over. So it's coming right down to the wire here for the Chiefs and the Buckhorns.
You have a quarterback on Wallenpaupack who can air it out, and you have a receiver like Schmalsley.
Why not throw it and try to get the first down? Clock's going to stop anyway. If it's change of possession.
Well, Dave Pawarczyk will come in and have a chat with his football squad for the final seconds of this ball game here at Lakeland Stadium, and it's been a dandy, everything we anticipated. Well, a week ago, Glenn, Lakeland had its starters out of the game for the entire second half, and here tonight they were put to the test many times. But thus far, they played a pretty good football game with the exception of a lot of penalties that they are going to have to work on.
Let's see what they're going to do. All right, so they send receivers everywhere.
So Lakeland right now on fourth down.
I wouldn't be surprised if Lakeland tries to pass here, because they could stop the clock anyway with change of possession if they don't make it.
Well, Spataro out of the shotgun boots it away. How about that? And it's going to go rolling inside the 5 to the 4 yard line.
Wow.
Boy, with 39 seconds left. Well, Dave Pawarczyk had an ace up his sleeve, Glenn. How about that? He told me before the ball game, I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve, and I believe that was one of them, really. And it pins Wallenpaupack back at their own 4 yard line with 39 seconds remaining.
Wow.
That's what I like about high school football. Oh, boy. So here comes Wallenpaupack to the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs are spread out deep. Now they're going to call a timeout.
And it will be a timeout called by Lakeland. They still have 2 timeouts remaining, by the way.
Steve, I'll give you. I'll give you that play as a possible play that we could have sealed the game for Lakeland. But I think at the time of the game, in the beginning, in the middle of the fourth quarter, when Dupree sacked the quarterback and recovered the fumble at the same time, I would say that could be the call play of the day.
Well, I think actually the call of the game should go to Joe Ross of Adams Cable, because he bailed us out of trouble here in the first quarter.
Well, yes.
We had to go to the bullpen. We had some laptop problems.
He came out of the bullpen. He changed the laptop.
I have a backup laptop, and he
changed it on the run.
Get it on, and he loaded everything into it, and we got it on. We made the switch, so we might have to have 2 of those this week.
And I think you get the fumble of the day when you drop the laptop on the floor.
Well, I sealed its fate. I made sure that laptop's not going to work again. It didn't work in the first quarter, and I made sure it won't work ever again. There's a pass incomplete to stop the clock with 35 seconds remaining. I do know one thing. I woke everybody up in the booth. Not too often. I think that's the first time I ever dropped a laptop.
It's
not a common occurrence, let's put it that way.
It's not. I don't know if anybody that ever did.
But that was after it was malfunctioning. That was when it was out of service.
While it was malfunctioning, I thought you were going to throw it out the window.
Well, that did cross my mind. Second down and 10 for Wallenpaupack with 35 seconds left. Play clock down to 2 seconds. And Levant from his own end zone fires the pass, underthrows T.J. Schmalzley. Stop the clock with 31 seconds remaining. So I think that's play by C.J. Dupree will go down as the call of the game, as the defensive play of the game. And then Joe Ross gets it for coming out of the bullpen and helping us out here. And also Chris Nanfelt was here, and everybody was kind of helping out, so we did get through it. Just hit a little turbulence. That's all, Glenn.
Yeah, things happen.
Third down and 10. Ball on the 4-yard line for Wallenpaupack. Levant fires. Pass is complete at the 18-yard line for a Wallenpaupack first down. Hurry up offense now. Now Wallenpaupack has a player down at the line of scrimmage, and this is going to stop the clock with 23.4 seconds remaining, and Lakeland leading 14-7. Boy, another long football game.
Yeah.
Last week we had a long game with Susquehanna and Lakeland, and here tonight another long one, but overall a great football game to watch. The fans got their money's worth.
They certainly did. There was a little sloppy early in the game, and turnovers and fumbles, but defense took over from both teams, and they played very good defense. And this was a tie game at halftime, and Lakeland came in, had the score. The running 25-yard touchdown run by Spatero, and that was it ends up being as much as Lakeland's going to do. They need to win this game, and this is a big win for them, because there were people that thought Wallenpaupack could win this game. They had to play tough, but Lakeland came out strong.
Well, Lakeland showed me a lot defensively here tonight. First down and 10 for the Buckhorns from their own 19-yard line as the clock will begin to run with 20 seconds remaining. Levant back in the pocket, fires downfield, and this pass is intercepted by Lakeland, and it's picked off by Snyder. Kevin Snyder.
Did he get in? I know he wanted to.
I'm not sure if he made it into the end zone with 8 seconds remaining. Maybe just short. We're going to have to check it.
I think he stretched the ball out, John.
Wow, that was close. That was definitely close in that corner of the end zone.
I think the Buckhorns are going to get the ball.
Oh, wow. Did they fumble?
He tried to stretch out the score, and the ball squirted out
Wow,
of his
he
hand.
lost. He actually lost that football, I guess.
Yep.
So now that's a touchback then, and then Wallenpaupack will get the football at the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
Wow, what a crazy turn of events here at Lakeland with 8 seconds remaining.
And again, John,
wow.
chances are it's not going to happen, but it could.
14-7, Lakeland clinging to the lead right here. And Wallenpaupack will have another opportunity as Brett Levant, the senior quarterback, will work out of the shotgun for possibly one more play. Here we go. Levant back in the pocket, and he fires downfield. The pass is complete at the 40-yard line, but time is going to expire. Time is not on the side of Wallenpaupack. 1.8 seconds remain. They have to snap the ball quickly and spike it. 0.8 of a second left as Levant was able to spike the football.
Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Wow.
Last play of the football game.
It doesn't get any closer than this.
It's exciting.
0.8 seconds left on the clock.
8/10 of a second remaining, 14-7 the Chiefs. All they need to do is hang on for one more play, and they will pick up win number 4 of the season. Now you know where this football is going, Glenn.
Well.
And wide to the near side, Tyler Capsule. And Levant will send Schmalzley in motion. Levant back to throw, flushed out of the pocket, steps up, fires downfield. This ball is up for grabs. Schmalzley battling for it, and Lakeland will win it here tonight with a 14-7 victory over the Wallenpaupack Buckhorns. Wow. Wallenpaupack battled right to the final seconds, but Lakeland hangs on. They remain undefeated with a record of 4 wins and no losses, while Wallenpaupack falls to an overall mark of 2-2.
Well, great game, Steve. You know, we had everything in this game. We had some early turnovers. We had some great offensive plays. We had some individual guys doing some great things, both on the offense and defensive end. And we ended up with a great second half of defense on both teams. So you got to give Wallenpaupack credit for what they came into Lakeland. That's no easy task coming down here and beating this team. They're a good football team, but Lakeland's wide open game wasn't there today. It was probably because of the pressure put on by Wallenpaupack's defensive team, and it was a great game to watch, great game to broadcast.
And that is going to wrap it up here at Lakeland Stadium as the Chiefs win it by the score of 14-7. And it's all been brought to you by... When the new laptop is malfunctioning, and it's all been brought to you by Adams Cable Service, by the Comfort Doctors, T.E. Spall & Son, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing of Carbondale, by Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street, Childs, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, your source for quality tires, Nick's Excavating and Paving, by NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, for experience, dependability, and 24-hour service, by your local Napa Auto Parts store, Carbondale Auto Parts, Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, by Pioneer City Insurance at their new location, 620 Poplar Street in Mayfield, and the starting lineups for today's game presented by the Roselle Department Store. So for Glenn Muskowski and Kyle Kemmerer, Joe Ross, and Chris Nanfelt, I'm Steve Young. Lakeland wins it by the score of 14-7. So till next time, my friends, so long from Lakeland Stadium.